Hey everyone. So this is an impromptu live streaming event. Today I'm going to be, so I didn't give any warning of this stream. So if you are wondering why it was not announced, that is why. I usually don't plan these things ahead very well. I'm going to be continuing Lone Echo. I am D. This is Everyday VR. I did some minor changes since the last time I streamed yesterday. I'm going to tell you more about those once I jump the headset, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on right now. Anyone who jumps in the chat, just give me some feedback on my volume levels. I made some minor adjustments to them. I want to be sure they sound good. I did a test recording. I think it should be good, but let me know. There's also, I have a window open to help keep things cool. And let me know if you can hear the traffic and it's like too loud in the background. I think this mic shouldn't pick it up too badly. Anyway, jumping in the headset. Who is watching? KDL. Hey, how are you? I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat as best I can. Oh, you want me to speak louder? Okay, well then I might need to adjust my mic volume. I adjusted my mic volume down a little bit because the game was a bit quiet, but let me try it up here around 80 again. How is that? Is that better? KDL, how does that sound? The world's upside down because I'm holding my Rift upside down, because I'm talking into its microphone, which is here on the bottom. How is the volume now? Is it okay? It might be better after I put the Rift on. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. Let me know if there's still trouble with volume levels. Okay, Vincent says it's all cool. Good to know. Hey there, hard-boiled. My chat's a little bit smaller today. I should be able to still see it. I'm just gonna make this window bigger so I can do that. I'm still fine-tuning the setup, but it is better now. I made the chat bigger. I made I made the chat exactly line up so that you can just see the latest messages with none of the border or Chrome or anything. And I've got my camera just the right size. There's like no seams between these portions of the window at all. It should be good. Anyway, so here I am in Oculus Home. All you guys who didn't make yesterday's stream, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope that you're doing well. I got a new job at Facebook where I'm working on Facebook Spaces, which is their social VR application. You can actually see it in here. By the way, adding these alphabet options really helps someone with a lot of apps like me. I've installed like almost everything. I actually ran out of space on my 1 terabyte disk for apps because I have so many installed. Where? Oh, right, Facebook. Doi, it's under F. Actually, if I go to G and go backwards. What am I doing? Why does it sometimes show a partial page and sometimes show a whole page? Isn't that kind of weird? Whatever. Oh, it's because that's the G through I section. I get it. I get it. Okay, where's Facebook Spaces? Oh, it's because it's only showing me the G through I when I click on G through I get it. I get it. Okay. Sorry, I'm learning this new home interface. They're changing it all the time. So, Facebook Spaces, if you haven't seen it. Oops, I did not mean to start that, but I guess I'm starting it. I'm going to show you it briefly. This is the app that I'm working on. This is an app where you log into Facebook. I wonder what user I'm logged in as right now. I'm logged in as me, Dikatsia. That's I think my personal Facebook account. So probably not going to be anyone online right now. And that is not centered. There we go. If I haven't shown you where my sensors are, they are one on my desk, which I use when I'm seated, one on my shelf, one in the back corner, which tracks me over there, and one kind of over there, which tracks me over there. It's a weird placement. It's not like in a rectangle, but it works. Anyway, so this is Facebook Spaces. You normally use it while seated. I'm just standing right now for Lone Echo. You can go in here, you can find a friend, and you can jump in with them. You can be sitting around this table together. You can do activities, like you can all kinds of stuff. Here's a mirror. This is me. I can take selfies of myself. You can broadcast yourself live. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to do. And I am working on this application as an engineer, which I'm really excited about. And can I wear this as a hat? Sure, that's a shitty hat, but whatever. So I'm working on this. We're gonna add a lot of cool new stuff to it. We're gonna make it more fun to use, and we're going to hopefully build up a nice user base in time. But for now, I'm gonna jump out of here, jump back into Lone Echo. Hold on, I think one of my lenses is a little dirty. Okay, that is much better. I had some annoying streaks going on. So I went ahead and made my OBS window nice and large so I can read your chat from here. I'll keep an eye on any chat messages that come up, any questions you have, any comments. I will respond as soon as I notice them through my nose hole, which is how I'm looking at my monitor. And let's go ahead and jump back into Lone Echo. So I'm incredibly thrilled about this job. This is like a dream job for me, working on a social VR product, working at Facebook. Like, I'm not working for Oculus. This is a common point of confusion. It's a VR app, it's a Facebook app, but it's not an Oculus app. It's developed by Facebook, not by Oculus. But that's also part of what makes it cool, because that means that they potentially they actually have plans to come to other platforms and not just be a Rift-based app. Anyway, 4 sensors, 2 touches. How's my battery? Battery looks good. And I think the audio should be loud enough that you guys can hear the dialogue just fine. I haven't tried Oculus Party yet either. I really need to, for sake of comparison. I've been mostly using Spaces because I work on it, but I've got invited to some Oculus Party, so maybe it's good. I have my avatar set up already. You could see that in Oculus Home. Anyway, do I have any options to set here that I haven't set? Where are my options? Settings. There they are. So here's all the controls if you need a reminder. Head-up display enabled. Oh, that just gives me my info and stuff. Enable yaw pitch and roll is interesting. I have these all disabled. Normally, enable yaw is enabled, and what that lets you do is you can turn yourself left and right using the stick. And if you're like playing this seated, you really need that, unless you're like in a spinny chair. But I like to leave it disabled, so because I'm in a 360 setup, so I can just spin around and just do everything that way. So I just use the motion of my own body for everything. Sometime for streaming, I might consider enabling it, because it's a little bit weird when I spend a large portion of the game like just facing directly away from the camera. But you know, it's how it is. This is VR. You always lose track of which way you're facing. Enable pitch and roll. These are disabled by default because they can be very disorienting. They can trigger VR sickness. I didn't go through these options yesterday. Continuous rotation. To say not recommended. See, I've never tried that option. I don't know what it does. Now I'm curious because it says not recommended. You know, I'm not going to worry about it. I think what that is, it's about rotational momentum. It's like you start spinning yourself in 0G, you keep spinning. That's how 0G works. But obviously, if we did that in VR, you could get sick pretty quickly. So I think they decided to just do a fake thing where they make you like make your rotational momentum break very quickly. And that's probably for the best to keep people feeling well. But that might be fun to try that sometime, just as like a bonus episode or something. Full screen enabled. My app is running. The mirror window is running full screen on my desktop. And yes, I agree that body options are an important priority for spaces, and letting women have boobs and not making them all look like teenage boys. That would be great. I will take that feedback into account. Okay, monitor 0, resolution 1. This is, you can set this higher to get more super sampling, but I haven't found a need for it. It might be because I'm using Oculus Trade Tool and it's overriding it, or it might be because the anti-aliasing is just really good in this app, but I haven't found a need to increase this. I have a 1080 Ti, I could increase it, but I haven't had to. Multi-resolution shading. I believe this refers to how they rendered the central areas at higher resolution and the peripheral areas at lower resolution. There are a few games that do this. There's this one, there's Arkham VR, and it just, normally you render more pixels around the periphery, and then those pixels get compressed by the barrel distortion shader. And so you end up, it's kind of a giant waste because you render all those pixels and then they just get downscaled. So multi-resolution shading does a lot less work to get essentially the same result. Auto resolution, this might be automatically adjusting the resolution based on performance. That might be why this option doesn't seem to be doing anything. It might just see I have a 1080 Ti. It's like I'm just going to jack it up to the optimal level for the resolution, which works for me. Graphics quality, I have this set to custom. I don't remember why. I'm not going to screw with it right now. I have anti-aliasing disabled because at the resolution I'm at, it doesn't really help much. Temporal AA, on the other hand, is enabled. I think that's like TXAA. I think it like just moves things out by anti-aliasing across multiple frames. I'm not totally clear how it works, actually. I need to look more what this temporal AA option is. Volumetrics, that's like smoke and stuff, which looks awesome in VR, but is expensive to render. Bloom, y'all know what that is, making, like, when you have glare from the sun, making everything bright. Shadow quality medium. We will not have any of that. Take it all the way up. Okay. Mesh quality. FX quality. Texture quality. Gotta have that high texture. I love being able to grab objects and, like, pull them right up to my face and, like, read all the details on them. I love having the high texture quality. Lighting quality, also very important in a very mood-driven game like this. Sharpening. Believe it or not, at first I was like, artificial post-processing step that's sharpening my view. Like, I don't want that. But actually, I found if I turn it off, it's hard for you guys to tell on the stream, but it really does make things look softer, make the text less crisp and so on. This might be a post-distortion phase, that might be why it works so well. I don't know exactly, but I actually like the sharpening. I think it's a good post-processing effect. Music and SFX, you can adjust if you want the music to be a little quieter so you can hear the sound effects better. If you don't like the music, you just like to go without music. And that's all the settings. Let's go ahead and jump back into the game. Hey, Cover Up! Hey, everybody who could make it. Quite a crowd today. Let's see if it puts me back where I left off, or if the last checkpoint was a ways back. I hope it doesn't make me go up to the artifact again, or the anomaly again. Loading, loading, loading. Loading the world, loading the universe, loading all of Saturn. Last time, I'll give you a little overview for those who were...
The Fury transport is set for flight.
Great.
Oh, great.
Coordinates have already been uploaded to the navcon. Just
well,
touch the marked location on the holomap and you'll be on your way. I'll monitor you from the bridge. Good luck.
Okay, well, looks like I have to do this last part again. That's okay. It'll be a refresher for everyone who missed the last stream. This is Lone Echo. In Lone Echo, I work on a mining station in the rings of Saturn. That is Saturn. Yo, Saturn. I hope this isn't broken. I really hope this isn't broken. Well, my hands are working, so that's a good start. But I fear that the
Select your destination.
Oh, it is working. Excellent. Okay, I'm not stuck. Sometimes if you save in the wrong place, you can get weird glitches that'll like end the game and you have to start it over. So I hope they fix some of those by now. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm a robot. I am a robot in the future on a mining colony in the rings of Saturn. And I have a bunch of cool things I can do. I have a laser cutter. It only works on certain surfaces, but it's like one of my favorite things. I have an information scanner that I can use to scan objects and learn more about them. All-purpose cargo hauler. And I work on this station. I'm a robot. I work here with Liv, or Olivia. She's in charge of the station. She's a human. And we pretty much run this whole place all by ourselves. And recently, this anomaly appeared right over there near Saturn. And it started screwing with all our systems, causing major primary system breakdowns, which we had to go repair, which we did. And now we're trying to figure out what this thing is before it destroys even more of our shit. So let's get up there.
I'm underway. Distance to anomaly, 4,800 meters.
Copy that. I've a visual on your transport.
Olivia's our
3,500
friend.
meters.
We get along well.
2,000 meters.
Steady as she goes.
High
Lots
Command
speed.
thinks she's weird because she named me
Look
Jack
at that thing.
and talks to me like I'm a
It's
person.
incredible.
Oh shit. Oh
The
shit.
Furious malfunctioning. I have no control. I'm drifting toward the anomaly.
Remote link's been severed. I can't reboot the transport.
Okay, well, time for me to get the hell out of here. I'm using my EVA pack to boost myself back toward the station. Reverse some of that momentum I had in the
Jack?
transport.
Fury has completely dropped off my scope. Total loss of signal. It's just... it's gone.
On approach, I noticed the anomaly was pulling the surrounding debris into its center.
You think the anomaly's housing some kind of singularity?
That would be consistent with my observations, yes. Needless to say, I doubt we'll be seeing that Fury transport again.
Okay. Well, so much for scanning the anomaly up close.
Well, we just lost our Fury transport, so I'm heading back to the station, gonna see what I can do over here. I'm actually gonna head down for the primary dig site. That's gonna be my next stop. And you'll see why in a second. I believe it boosts when you use your EVA pack in the direction that you are looking, so that's why I'm sometimes moving my
I think
head.
those disturbances might actually be electromagnetic pulses. You might not be able to scan the anomaly up close, but I think we can reconfigure a geological sensor to do the trick.
How so?
Well, if we can use it to read fluctuations in the magnetic field, we should be able to get a look inside. There's just one, well, several problems.
Go on.
I've got failures all over the facility. For this plan to work, we'll first need to clear up some problems in the container field, the primary dig site, and the processing line.
Send the details to my ARM computer.
Done. Let me know when you arrive at the sites.
So I've got to go to the container field, which is up there. That's where we store our mined materials after they are processed. The processing line, which is inside there, and that's where we process our raw materials into refined materials before we ship them. And the primary dig site, where we extract our materials, which is this big rock right here. So I'm gonna start by going to the primary dig site. I'm just gonna float myself over there. Normally you would go here using a Fury transport. My legs dangling behind me and how they don't match my real legs, does that like mess with the immersion? To an extent.
Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor suite.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here.
Leave it to me. I'll find the cause.
Sorry, Jack. I hate that I'm asking so much of you today. I'll help you from here as best I can. Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find.
So, yeah, like the dangling legs is like, that's what would really happen if you were accelerated in 0G. It doesn't bother me too much, but obviously it is not how my real body's oriented, so there is a disconnect. But I think on the balance, it's better than just having like a standing body that's just going through space. That would be kind of weird. So there's radiation here. I have to watch out for it. You can see it's getting worse as I approach the primary dig site. See what I can do here without dying.
Warning. Hazardous levels of radiation detected.
Right on cue.
I'll try to get the site's radiation dampener online.
Good idea. Make sure to check its backup power supply. It may have a dead battery.
So this is the radiation damper. I've played through this game once, so I kind of know where everything is, but I might still die.
This radiation dampener will allow me to safely investigate the dig site, but I need to reactivate it first.
How am I going to do that? Battery socket. Oh, this battery is no good. No good.
Shields at 50%.
How do I... Oh, I just pull it out. Got it. Why is it not letting me eject
Battery
it?
removed.
Oh.
It's definitely depleted.
Well, that explains that.
Oh.
Your Fury transport
It's
should
being
have
a little
spare you can replace it
glitchy.
with.
It's being a
Shields
little...
at 30%.
Oh,
The Fury
God. I'm
transport
gonna die.
should have an induction panel where I can recharge.
So I don't actually need that used battery. It seems to have flipped through the geometry and gotten stuck in there. Hopefully that won't be a problem. This game can be a little glitchy at
The
times.
backup battery
Oh,
should be
shit.
on the aft of the
Shit.
transport.
I see it.
Battery acquired.
Battery acquired. A winner is here. Okay. And oh shit, I forgot to heal. Shit. Gonna want to do that before I die. Fortunately, there is battery on the Fury transport where I can recharge my shields. Let me drop this for a second. One of the cool things about being in 0G is you can just leave stuff in the air. There we go. And I'm all full. Okay. This is definitely one of the best titles on the system right now, if not the very best.
Shields at 95%.
The zero-G locomotion is just really well done. It's not something anyone else attempted before.
Power restored. I should be able to turn the dampener on now. Dampener online. Geiger readings nominal.
Nice
There we
job.
go.
That should buy you some time. If the dampener goes down again, you can recharge the battery back at the Fury.
So you can see all these labor units are dead.
I've located the site's labor units. They're unresponsive.
Damn. Try giving them a scan. Maybe that'll tell us what went wrong.
Broad spectrum lattice displacement. These labor units have suffered catastrophic radiation damage.
And all without setting off a radiation alarm or abandoning the site. It must have been sudden. Can you get a scan of the generator core as well? That's the most likely culprit.
Generator core. There's the core enclosure. Here's the generator. So I guess over there. Let's go inside the core enclosure, see if we can't figure out exactly what happened here.
Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
How do I get inside this thing? I can't remember how I get inside this thing. Do I just go in the front? So the way that the zero-G locomotion works in this game, it's pretty similar to if you've ever played The Climb. It's your hands basically control, they push your body around. So if I grab this and I move like this, my hands stay fixed to the beam, and their position is actually accurate. So when I pull my hands here, they're up here. When I push my hands there, they're there. And my body goes where it needs to go to keep the positions of my hand actually being where they are relative to my head. So it pushes my head around with my hands. And that sounds...
See if you can get the generator open, Jack. We need to get a look inside.
Okay, I'm on it, Liv. I'm explaining VR to the humans, okay? And so you would think that would be uncomfortable, but it's actually works surprisingly well, because you're in full control of the locomotion. You affect how you move and where you move and how fast you move. So it's surprisingly comfortable. This was seen in The Climb previously, although that, of course, was not in zero gravity. That was on regular gravity. In the Climb, if you let go of a ledge, you would just fall to your death. But it was very similar in that your hands were in their real position and they moved your body.
A fusion generator, more than capable of powering the entire dig site.
Okay, let's see if I can't get inside here. Maintenance panel.
I've found the generator's maintenance hatch, but the release mechanism isn't functional.
Just cut it open. I'll happily weld a new one on myself when this is over.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor appears to be intact, but the fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it. Better jettison it then. It may be good to
Security
scan it
brace
first, though.
disengaged.
The data could prove useful.
Second security brace released. Manual ejection sequence online.
One of the weird things about this particular kind of two-handed mechanism is if I'm grabbing something like these two handles and then I move my hands together, you can't really do that. It can't stop your hands from moving together. And so you'll see that ghost hand come out. The ghost hand indicates that the position of your robot hand does not line up with the position of your real hand. And eventually your hand will just snap off. Your robot hand will just snap off, and then it'll be lined back up. So this is one of the things they have to contend with. And like if you were wearing some kind of special gloves that could actually stop your hand from moving.
Needs to go, Jack. Jettison the core.
I'm on it. If you had something that could actually resist your motion, then they wouldn't need to do that.
Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
Don't need my laser anymore. Okay, can I get in here? Oh, there's a data port. If you see a green square, that's a data port. You can scan it to do things. This part of the game was probably in some ways easier for them to develop because you don't have to have any interaction with Liz. She doesn't live, and she doesn't have to have any animations. And I think her animations were some of the most expensive part here. Can I grab this one? I want it. Okay, I cannot grab that one. What about this one? Come on. What about this one? Give me a rod. Come on. I don't entirely remember how this works. Oh, I can have this
New
one.
core acquired. Returning to the generator.
So I have these little thrusters on my wrists. The zero-G movement is in many ways similar to the zero-G movement you'll see real astronauts use in like the International Space Station. In fact, another Rift app in which you've seen this kind of locomotion before was the Mission ISS, which was an educational simulation of the International Space Station. But what they did not have on the International Space Station is thrusters on their wrists, which are incredibly useful. Maybe they will someday. Maybe they use something
New
like that
fuel
when they
element
go.
Accepted. Please re-engage safety protocols.
Okay, got it.
Control rods engaged. Fusion reaction initiated. Please initiate a manual reboot.
How do I do that? Manual reboot. Okay. Is there a switch for it? Oh, I just hit the button.
Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly.
So this is the part of the game where you get to assemble some new robots. There it is. New labor units. So this is another very simple puzzle, but it is kind of fun. As the lead robot on this station, one of your jobs is to assemble new robots. So this looks like a left arm. Ah, whoa. Getting a little too close to that robot. Hey there. There you go. Come on, snap in. Doesn't want to snap in. Okay, maybe it's a right arm. No. I don't remember how this works. Why aren't you snapping in? Do I have to... I think I have to do the voice prompt first. No? I don't know. Maybe this isn't the right arm for you, or maybe maybe I have to put in a different joint first. Let me try this one over here. Oh yeah, this looks like an arm. I'm gonna put that in there. Oh my god, what am I doing? Why am I so bad at my job? I've been working on this station for years. I should know how to assemble a basic labor unit. Come on. Arm? Where'd the arm go? Arm?
Assemble those labor units when you get a chance, Jack.
I'm
The Fury
working
transport
on
should
it,
have arrived with
Liv.
them by now.
Don't want to lose important parts. Oh, that's not an important part. That's a ray blaster. I've never seen this before. Pew, pew. Oh, can I use this to break rock? Oh, that's cool. Look at this. I've never found this before. I guess they use this for mining. What? Don't need that tool anymore. Okay, this looks a lot like a hand to me, so I think I should be able to stick it in here, but it's not. Oh, now it's working. I think I just had to hold it there for a second. Okay, luckily they gave me some spare parts in case I fuck it up. That's another left arm. I don't need another left arm. That's a right arm. I hope this labor unit doesn't mind me just grabbing his chest like this. It's okay, he's unconscious. Okay. That's a leg. Which leg is this? I can't really tell. I think it's a left leg. How do I attach it? I can't seem to line these symbols up properly. So I think I'm supposed to line up the symbols so they look like that. But I don't think that's possible with this unless I remove the arm first. I don't know if I can even do that. Let me put this back. I don't even know how to put any of these parts back in here. Get back in there. Oh my god. Just... Okay. Okay, this looks right. This part's a little fiddly because of how the collisions work. It can be hard to get things close enough together. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There we go.
Labor unit
Whoa!
online.
Sorry.
Proceeding with primary assignment.
I'm gonna grab this. Might need it for this next guy. Okay. That's one. I'm not sure if this part is optional or mandatory, but I like to do it. It's fun to assemble robots. Do I have enough parts to finish you? Where is your other leg? Well, I'll do the leg I have, and then I'll go hunting for the other one. Okay, that's one leg. One leg down. Where's the other one? Did it fly off into space? Where would I go if I was a leg? I hope it didn't get sucked up by the anomaly. Oh my god, I lost your leg. This is embarrassing. I don't see it anywhere. I think it flew off that way. Well, this guy is going to be the one-legged worker robot. And that's just how it's got to be. I'm going to get out of here and continue my mission. Next, I will go to, I think, the processing line. Processing line. Okay.
Select your destination.
I got a question. It says when you pull yourself in one direction. Let me go ahead and go to my next destination, processing line.
Destination, Kronos 2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
When you pull yourself in one direction, you will keep going that way forever, or is there some kind of resistance? No, actually, you have momentum. And you will keep going in the direction that you go forever. There is rotational inertia friction, as I mentioned earlier, for the sake of comfort. There's a lot of rotational drag. But translational, like if you pull yourself in one direction, you'll just keep going in that direction pretty much forever. Unless you stop yourself. And so I use these thrusters on my wrist to stop myself if I'm moving slowly. I just point them in the opposite direction and fire them. I can also use the brake on my EVA pack. If I press down my right stick, it activates the brake, which basically appears to just activate some counter thrusters to stop my motion relative to my environment. Where am I going? To the processing line. Okay. And the boost on my EVA pack just accelerates me quickly. If I'm moving really quickly and I need to stop, sometimes I'll just look in the other direction and activate my boost. Hey there, worker bot.
Inbound in the processing line.
So, we're going to need a lot of energy for this sensor suite, but the pulse knocked out the flow control on the plasma nades. They're burning out of control and draining the power reserves.
One of us will need to enter the processing line and reach the emergency reset.
Well, I'd do it, if you'd let me.
I find your disregard for your own safety confounding.
That's why we make such a good team. You're my voice of reason. My Jiminy Cricket.
In that case, we're doomed.
The Pulse has the electronics in that area on the fritz. If you reset the power transformer, I may be able to run a diagnostic.
It's kind of cool how I can see my shadow right there. So let me show you how the locomotion works. So right now I'm not touching anything. I am just drifting at a constant velocity. And I will keep drifting this way forever and ever. It's just very slow drifting. If I use my boost, I can drift very quickly. I can actually use my boost over and over to go faster and faster. But if I hit my counter thrusters this way, now I'm pretty much stopped. It's pretty hard to stop using just the hand thrusters. You have to really carefully adjust it. But using the right stick, the EVA backpack, now I'm totally stopped. So that's how it works. Oh, it's another one of these. This shit got fried. Better clean it up. I just have to make a circuit by connecting these. There's a lot of these really simple puzzles in this game, just to make you feel like you're doing something useful.
Grid stabilized.
The control hub in that area is back online. I've re-established contact with the Labour unit manning the line entrance below. He should open the door for you.
Thank you. So one of the weird things about this game, about your health in this game, is if you get a lot of radiation damage, you can refill your shields at the transport, but the damage to your robot body stays like it is. So this just indicates that I was heavily damaged. If I wanted, I could reset into a brand new shiny body, but there's no reason to do that, really. Let me get back in the center of the view here. Okay. Let's go. Processing line. This part is a pain. It's caused me a lot of trouble in the past. This is actually where I hit a game-breaking bug the very first time I played this game.
Echo unit identified. Opening service entrance.
That's right, you
I should be able to
better.
reach the manual reset on the other end of the line.
You mean past the inferno of white-hot plasma?
Correct. Which is precisely why I'm the one doing it.
So this should be easy, right? Right, I just...
Jack?
No.
Jack, are you there?
Another EMP. Status report?
All clear here. But the line's throttle controls just went haywire. Be careful in there.
So what a minute ago was a cakewalk just turned into a vicious obstacle course. I have to make my way through all of these laser barriers without dying. It can be pretty challenging. This is where they really begin to put your locomotion skills in 0G to the test. So I'm gonna use my boost. There we go. That's one. One thing, if I didn't mention this already, when you go up to a flat surface like this, in another game, like say Dread Halls, you would be able to just stick your head through the wall and see what's on the other side, or they would turn it black or whatever. In this game, because your hands stay in the fixed position where they are, you actually cannot get your head inside the wall. You just end up banging your head on the wall, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to worry about that particular problem when you use this type of locomotion. Oh shit, oh shit. I don't know what this thing is doing. They all have distinctive patterns, but I don't have them all memorized. Come on. Come on. Go, go, go. Okay, I can survive like one hit from one of these things. Any more than that, and I'm super dead.
That's a lot of flotsam. Better make sure nothing's jammed the conveyor systems. Could cause problems when we reboot.
I'll inspect the ice pallets.
So, as you go down here, you have to free a bunch of debris that's caught under the conveyor belt, like this poor worker unit's arm.
Looks like a piece is wedged under the conveyor unit.
Well, try and dig it out so it doesn't jam the reset protocols.
The trick is that as you try and get these things out, the laser's going to keep coming for you. So you have to worry about both these things.
Melted clean through.
Maintenance units shouldn't be entering the line while the cutting systems are active. Something's very wrong here.
Weirdly, the lasers don't seem to affect the rocks at all, which is weird because I assume that's what they were for, processing ore. Oh, hey there, labor unit. What's up?
More debris. Make sure you clear any jammed conveyors before moving on.
You could just ask. What are you looking at? I wish they gave us scanning tools.
They should. All robots should have scanning
Got a
tools.
problem with me?
Maybe I do.
As a Series 8, I am clearly more advanced than an Echo 1. Higher
That-
number, greater than.
I don't think they build much intelligence into your robot
Be
brain.
friends.
Sure we can be friends. I just have this thing I have to go do. Bye. Okay. Gotta get this leg out.
Something must have interfered with the nav protocols.
Yeah, looks like. Labor units shouldn't just run face first into a hostile environment.
Errant object detected.
They don't like to have things thrown at them. I find it interesting how they actually explain, like when you see something that seems completely unrealistic, like these robots destroying themselves, and when obviously they would be designed not to do that. It's nice that they go out of their way to explain, oh, it's the anomaly. The anomaly is just breaking everything down. Oh shit, faster, faster! Shit. Okay.
Any sign of a working hard drive in all this wreckage?
Not yet. Most command functions are processed in a unit's head.
Well, if you see one,
Shit.
give it a scan.
Shit. That was close. Scan a damaged labor unit head. Okay, I can do that. Oh, hey there. What's up, labor unit?
Unit 14, what is your function?
Nav data mismatch. Multiple hazards detected. Maintenance cycle incomplete. Got
This
a
seems
problem
intact,
with me.
but he's running the wrong subroutines. The line's not scheduled for maintenance.
So, all of our robots are broken, except me for some reason. I'm not sure why none of this stuff is affecting me. I feel like it should be. All the other robots are broken. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, shit. Shit! This part's the most stressful. Okay. Get this leg out. I need to get a leg up on the competition.
Bastard.
Okay, I think I'll be okay from here. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
Shields at 50%.
No! I was almost
Approaching
there.
The switch there should trigger an emergency reboot.
Reboot
God damn
initiated.
it.
That looked painful. Are you sure about this?
I'm certain. It's the only way to shut down the plasma lathes.
I was just one laser left. I was so close. At least I've gotten all the debris out. And I do get a shiny new robot body, so I'm not complaining. Hey there, worker unit. Bye, worker unit. I'm gonna do this time at high speed. Oh shit, too high
Shields
speed.
at 30%.
Okay, that was careless. A little bit careless. I've already lost 70% of my shields. Okay, I can do this. Oh shit, shit! Shit. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I made it. I made it, guys. I made it. Oh my god. That was intense. Laser obstacle course in zero gravity. Things I could not do without VR. Labor unit head.
I've located some intact command modules. My scanner should be able to pull the drive data.
Good find. With any luck, the data clusters are still intact.
Direct connection established. Synchronizing data stream.
Nav data purged. Chronos uplink lost. Executing last known command. Collision detected. Damage report. Unavailable. Lower limbs non-ambulatory. Upper limbs non-ambulatory. Excessive command feedback. Critical failure. All systems. Shutting down.
Well, that was certainly horrifying.
That labor unit had a very bad encounter with a massive system failure. It seems to have exploded.
Reset in progress.
Power output back within normal parameters. We should have plenty of energy for the scan. Nice moves in there. Just watching that was giving me a cardiac. Okay, good start. We still need to find out what happened at the primary dig site and the container field. Let me know when you find out more.
Okay, well. I'm glad those lasers are finally turned off. That whole section is really stressful.
I'm starting to crack the encryption. If I find more CubeSats, I should be able to save the completed audio file to my ARM computer. That will let me share any files I find with Liv once I've gathered enough information.
There's a ton of junk data in these logs. But it doesn't look random. It's almost like it was trying to process multiple dig sites at once.
That should have triggered an emergency shutdown. We should be careful.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way back to the shuttle over there. It won't take long if I boost directly toward it. And then I'm gonna use that to get to the container field up there. I could just fly directly to the container field. There's nothing that prevents me from doing that. I think this is just a little faster. I don't know what's actually faster though. Someday someone's going to speedrun this. They'll probably discover that boosting with your EVA pack is like the fastest way to get anywhere. Okay.
Select your destination. Destination, container field. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Remember to let me know any questions you have as I go. Any of your thoughts on all these shenanigans I find myself caught up in. Whoa! Hey, CubeSat. Bye, CubeSat.
Approaching container field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. We'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
So, one thing I really like about this part of the game is how... Oh, shit. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm already in trouble. I forgot that I hit one of those lasers. One thing I really like about this part of the game is how just huge the space I'm floating around in is. Like, the container field is huge, the primary dig site is huge, the space station is huge, and all of them are just in this big space together. And you can just fly directly from one to the other. It uses some very cool on-demand loading to deal with that. The planet, does it feel like it's a planet or like it's really there? Or does it feel more like a background texture?
Radiation absorption at 30 decigrays and climbing.
You're getting warmer. Watch yourself.
The thing is, a lot of people don't realize. Like, take a look.
Shields at 95%.
Take a look at like the moon, and you'll notice right away that things that are really far away just look really flat. Same looking at mountains in the distance. Everything looks like a flat painting. And it's exactly the same when you're in space and you're looking down at a planet. It's outside your range of stereoscopic vision. And so it really does look 2D and flat. And likewise, there's not much cue from shading. Like in a full moon, when the entire hemisphere is lit up, you don't get much cue from shading regarding the shape of it. And so things really do look flat, and so I think it's accurate that Saturn looks as flat as it does from here, because, you know, we're thousands of miles from the atmosphere of Saturn.
We need to track down the source of the radiation, Jack.
So I was just triggering some radiation when I was on this part. So I think I need to investigate it. But I don't know how. There's a lot of radiation on it. And I don't want to explode. How am I going to deal with this thing?
Most of the containers do not appear to be damaged.
I really wish it were better than most. Losing even a single container of helium-3 is a huge financial loss. But I suppose this is the wrong time to worry about a little smudge on my record.
How exactly did a container full of helium-3 turn into a highly radioactive container full of some other material? That is not entirely clear to me. That anomaly is basically magic.
Shields at 50%.
What am I supposed to do here? I do not even remember. Okay, that one's got a bit more radiation. Maybe it's one of these over here. Oh, this one's got a lot. Okay.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container. Wait, something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't get the Fury transport to decouple from the container on the upper rack.
I can throw the manual override on the Fury's hitch. Stand by. I'll make my way up there now.
Okay, so first I need to heal myself before I die from this radiation. There's not really significant penalty for death in this game. You just go back to the last save point and you get a fresh body. But I try to avoid dying because it does cost the mining facility quite a bit of money every time they have to give me a new body. That's not a game mechanic, that's just my head canon. Okay, there we go. And the Fury transport she's talking about that she's having trouble detaching is this one up here. And I need to go investigate.
Approaching Fury transport.
Careful. Once you decouple the transport's hitch, the autopilot's likely to kick in. So either get clear or find something to hold on to.
Okay, here we go. Let's release this thing.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good.
Let's grab it. We can get a free ride. Back over to the irradiated cargo. You don't have to use the transport to get there. I'm just using it as a little shortcut.
Shields at 95%.
Whoa.
Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative.
I'm
the container
fine.
was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Okay, so here are the maglocks.
Cutting these maglocks should free the container. At least, in theory. Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise.
I love the level of detail on this. These little circuits underneath the maglocks.
Power supply ruptured.
Easy does it.
This is definitely one of my favorite parts of the game. I just feel so much like I'm a robot on this station. Like I'm really...
Shields at 30%.
30%? Holy shit.
Ah!
Whoa.
Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but, well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. We're almost there. We still need to investigate the primary dig site. Update me when you arrive. Hold on. Something's wrong with that Fury transport.
The one that collided with the container. What's wrong with it?
Oh no.
I'm really not sure. It's moving erratically, veering wildly off its flight path.
Could be a problem with the Fury's flight dynamics.
Probably just need to reset the navcom. If you get a chance, would you mind looking into it?
Copy that.
I got
I'm
it.
not sure, but I think we might need to resynchronize the container field's inventory control system.
Are these issues urgent?
Not really. Neither one's going to keep us from scanning the anomaly. Consider them both secondary priorities. Nice. Good work, Jack.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry, it was like watching some sort of weird robot rodeo. Cowboy Jack ropes himself a Fury.
Do I get a hat?
A hat, fancy boots, shiny spurs. We'll fix you right up. Till then, you can just leave the Fury where it is. I'll have Hera run some diagnostics on it before I can reconnect the remote link.
Copy that. I'm moving on.
Happy trails, partner.
Okay, so that runaway Fury was just flying all over the place under its own volition, and I managed to catch it pretty quickly. Normally that would require a bit more effort. That's another test of your ability to use the zero-G mechanics. That's one thing I really love about this game is they got the zero-G mechanics working really well. And feeling really good and being really comfortable and easy to use. And then they leverage that for all kinds of gameplay opportunities. And so I like that. Like, it would be really dumb if they just had the zero-G mechanics for moving around and navigating the environment, and then all of the gameplay was like solving puzzles. Like, that had nothing to do with it. Like, I like that they really tied it all together.
Liv, you were right. The inventory control system is out of sync.
Probably got knocked off cycle by one of those pulses. In order to resynchronize the inventory system, you'll have to quickly scan each of the 3 I/O ports in the container field.
Hera, mark the location of each I/O port on my HUD.
Once you scan the first I/O port, you'll have roughly 70 seconds to scan the other 2. If you don't make it, the system will reset and you'll have to start again.
So this is yet another test of our ability to move around in zero-G. We have to scan all 3 of these ports within 70 seconds. This is no problem for me at all, but if you're not used to it, it can be pretty challenging.
That's one.
Clock is running. 70 seconds.
If you played a lot of Echo Arena, you're going to be really used to this. And so you're going to probably do even better than me. You could have this done in as little as like 20, 25 seconds.
One more to go.
Okay, almost there. Like I said before, the boost on your EVA pack is controlled by your direction you're looking, and so I take advantage of that to boost myself in the specific direction that I want to go. It's a
30
good tip.
seconds remaining. Success.
Whoa.
Inventory control station synchronized.
That was impressive.
It wasn't
It
difficult.
wasn't all that difficult. After all, I was specifically designed to handle these types of demanding situations.
Plus, you're incredibly modest.
Thank you.
Okay, where to next? Do I have to go back to the primary dig site? I hope I don't have to finish that robot. Oh, it looks like I do. But I totally lost the part. What am I gonna do? I hope I haven't soft-locked the game. That's gonna be really dumb, if that is the case. I'm gonna get back to my Fury transport, see if it'll take me over there.
Select your destination. Destination, primary dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
See you later, container field.
Still trying to work out just how the hell we wound up with a container full of concentrated deuterium.
I'm not certain. Deuterium is a byproduct of helium-3 atomic decay.
But helium-3 is a stable isotope. It would take centuries for it to decay. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I just got what's going on with that. With that deuterium decay. I'm not going to tell you because it's a spoiler, but I get it now. Okay, can I finish this guy? Without the parts, I don't know if I can. If only I had some backup parts or something. I really don't want to do that all over again. This game definitely has some rough edges, places where it's possible to just encounter game-breaking bugs and get stuck. What can I do with this guy? How do I get new parts? Where did the parts even go? Are they just gone forever? Maybe I don't need that guy. Maybe I can skip ahead over here.
The drills at the primary dig site are functional. No signs of damage from the anomaly.
Good. Those don't yield as much helium as the blocks we send to the processing line, but losing them would still hurt our numbers.
Liv really cares about her helium-3 production numbers. That's always her first priority. Capitalism in the future. Okay, I really need a leg. I need to get a leg up on this robot.
Unit 27, status report on your current assignment.
Status. Communications systems are operational. I am standing by to manage the data flow from the main sensor array.
Affirmative. Stay at the ready.
Okay. I think I need both the robots assembled to carry this out. But I might be seriously stuck here. I hope I don't have to start the whole game over. If I do, I can like speedrun it and get back here quickly. But it'll be a pain. Where is your leg? Look at this. Is it in another one of these holes, or are they all clear? I tried to recover it when it flew away, but I don't know where it went. Are there backup parts here on this Fury transport? Somewhere else. I don't think there are. Okay, well, if I don't find that leg quickly, I'm gonna be stuck and have to restart the whole game. So, let's see if I can't figure out where I threw it, off in deep space. It was somewhere over here. One of the disadvantages of having such a large play space is it produces more options and more possibilities, some of which might be very difficult to deal with. I don't see a leg anywhere. Wait, is that a CubeSat? I see a CubeSat over by that rock. Let me go ahead and grab that. I can do it while I am surveilling this area for the missing leg. Like I said yesterday, the CubeSats are kind of the collectibles in this game. As you get more of them, you get more background. They're not strictly necessary. But they are kind of, whenever I come across one, I like to grab it.
My sensors are picking up a signal from deeper inside this cave.
What? Android lost. Oh my god. I've never done this part before. Oh my god, it's the leg. It was in the cave. What the hell is it doing here? That is some bullshit. I'm not losing it again. I'll come back for the lost android. How did it get in here? Is that physically possible? It must have bounced off a rock or something. I swear, sometimes these things have a mind of their own. Zero gravity problems. Whoa. Okay. Just going to gently caress your upper leg while I stick this one in.
Labor unit
Whoa.
online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan.
Are you sure they won't need assistance?
Positive. You can't do everything yourself when I'm gone, Jack. A good captain knows how to delegate.
Evidently.
I heard that. Jack, looks like everything's back up and running.
Affirmative.
Grab a Fury and head for the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands.
So that lost labor unit is the one that was inside here. I still can't believe that leg was in there. Maybe after I left the dig site, it like forgot the position of the leg and then it put it back in there. So that's like where it goes when it's lost. That could be hard-coded in the game. I certainly wouldn't have thought to look there though. I thought it was just floating off in space. Whoa, did you see that? Did you see that? I just threw that rock against the wall and it like exploded into little pebbles.
Something's damaged this labor unit. Perhaps I can repair it.
Oh, that's why there was a leg in here. That wasn't the leg for the labor unit I was assembling. It was the leg for this labor unit. Fortunately, this labor unit is purely optional, because I can no longer assemble it without the missing leg. That suits me just fine. Too bad for that guy. Okay, where to next? Acceptable losses. It happens sometimes. These buttons are a little bit hard to use. You have to know the right amount to press through them. Okay. So yeah, like, I thought that that leg was in the cave because that was just where it reset it, but it was actually a leg that belonged to the labor unit that was in the cave. And so I just borrowed it for the other labor unit, which is fine because the one in the cave is optional. Okay, where to next?
Select your destination.
You know what? I'm curious about ComSat F7. I've never been there. It's an optional destination.
Destination, Communications Satellite F7. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
I always wondered what happens if you don't hold on when the Fury unit accelerates. I imagine it just leaves you behind.
En route to the depleted dig site.
Good. When you get there, you'll need to aim the sensor array at the anomaly. I'm heading out to rig up the transponder.
I thought we agreed that you'd stay on board the station.
Sorry, Jack. I need a direct line into the lathe systems to siphon the power supply.
Liv, the plasma lathes have already malfunctioned once. That's extremely dangerous.
Relax. I double-checked the failsafes and I've shut down the main relays. I'm following protocol to the letter, mostly.
Confidence inspiring. I'm not reading a signal from ComSat F7.
Well, damn. Hera, give us a level 1 diagnostic on all components.
Scanning.
Let's see. Looks like one of the ComSat's solar panels took some structural damage. It may have lost a few solar cells. You'll have to replace them. There should be some spares stored on the side of the satellite.
Why am I not able to aim at this thing? Come on. There we go.
Bring up the next candidate, please.
Echo Program Candidate number 37. Lieutenant Rhodes, Olivia J.
Now this one's promising. Accepted into the USN Aerospace Academy at 16. Exemplary marks in engineering, geology, robotics. Elite stuff. All the versatility you could want in an astronaut. The USN even approached her for the Pythias initiative, but she declined. I'm not interested in leaving the solar system, I guess. And a psych profile. She's right on the money. Took some prying, but the interviewer got her to open up about her family. The younger brother, Jackson. You could tell they were close. Probably had to look after him a lot with 2 scientists for parents. That's just what we need for Echo 1. She's perfect.
So interesting. Apparently they specifically selected Liv to be my partner. Oh, and I can play back the audio files I found here in my ARM computer. That's cool. I've never collected enough of the cubes before to actually begin playing back the audio for the backstory. It sounds like they specifically selected her to partner up with me on this station, basically because they thought she would bond better with me. And I'm some kind of experimental, like, super android. I don't know. But I'm gonna fix this thing up. I've never fixed the ComSat before. Replace the missing solar cells. Okay. Well, how do I do that? Is there something inside this maintenance hatch I need?
The maintenance hatch is jammed. I'd better focus on the solar panels for now.
Okay. So there's the sun. You can actually see the sun from here. It's visible from Jupiter. It's just relatively small in the sky compared to how it would look from Earth. Speaking of Earth, over there is Earth. You can see Earth from Jupiter. It's just small. It's like, it looks kind of like a bright star, the same way that Jupiter looks like a bright star in our sky. Although I don't think it would be quite as big as it appears here, because Earth is a much smaller planet than Jupiter. I think it would be a relatively small, like, white speck in the sky.
Together, these cells form a panel that collects solar energy. If the cells are damaged or removed, the panel won't function properly.
Okay, well, this should be easy.
That's one. Hera, status report.
Cell installation successful. 0 errors detected.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to next panel.
Of course there are 0 errors detected. I know what I'm doing. I'm the best android on this station, okay? Even if I did lose a leg that one time. Let's not lose the solar cell, please. Okay.
Cell in place. One more to go.
It's so hard to keep track of things in 0G. I need to just cover my spacesuit in like Velcro so I can stick these things to me.
That's all of them. Hera, verify solar panel integrity.
Satellite F7 online. Solar panels optimal. Wattage stable.
Nice job. I'm getting a strong signal. It may actually help us get a better reading on the anomaly. Did you know that beforehand, Jag?
Not really. I just wanted to fix it.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
There is nothing wrong with wanting a clean and functional work environment.
It's true though. This was a completely optional objective that does not really help me complete the game. I just wanted to fix it. Okay.
Select your destination.
Let's go over to the depleted dig site. That's the one nearest to the anomaly. That's where we're going to scan it from. This is an old dig site.
Destination, depleted dig site.
Where we
Preparing
already
for thruster ignition.
we already
Please hold
dug
on.
we already dug all of the helium-3 out of this dig site. So we just have some old equipment there. But we don't actually use it for anything anymore.
I've reached the depleted dig site. Are you in position?
Just arrived. Go ahead and bring it online. I'll manage the power supply from here.
Affirmative. I'll activate the site's generator.
Right. Just make sure you've completed all your other tasks before you get started. This scan could take a while, and I'll need you there.
So that's your hint that you're supposed to complete any other objectives you want to do before you continue this part, because after you continue this part, there is no going back. That is your warning. So if you want to collect the CubeSats, if you want to fix the satellite, if you want to do whatever, get the lost android, you have to do it now.
The site's generator is still in working order. I'll get it up and running.
Good. That should bring the sensor online.
Okay.
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array.
Okay, this should be no problem. I feel like there should be like an expert mode where they turn off these waypoints, these objective markers, because that would definitely force you to explore a bit more and scan more things. What am I doing?
This junction switch should allow me to adjust the power flow.
Oh, I see. I see how it works.
I'm scheduling these drills to be transferred to the primary dig site. Keeping them at the depleted site is a waste of resources.
Really? You're doing that right now?
Well, we need to do it sometime, Liv. Power rerouted. Liv, how are your energy readings?
So far, so good. Head to the sensor and bring it online.
I'm a very diligent robot. I care about...
Sensor reached.
Look for the main control console. You should be able to activate the sensor from there.
As I was saying, I care about our helium-3 output. It is my primary objective.
Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading.
Okay, I've just about got it. Shit is about to go down. Are you guys ready? You can see the signal strength changing as I turn it, getting higher.
Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the... Jack, what happened?
Shit.
I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
Nothing is ever easy with this anomaly. The moment I start to make progress, it screws me over. But I do get to use my laser cutter,
This has to be
which is
against
fun.
protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
So, you guys who were here yesterday, you saw me tell you, this is like my favorite tool in the game, this cutting tool, because it's so flexible. Watch this, watch this. I can take this panel, and I can cut it into two pieces, and the two pieces fly apart. And I could keep on doing that pretty much until I have just a bunch of tiny cubes. It's really cool. It's like there was no reason for them to make this tool as incredible as it is. It's like it really feels like you can just cut any shape in this material you want. Happy face. This is my friend. Well, you're kind of a weird looking friend, but I still love you. Oh, that didn't help, did it? I'm sorry. Well, I'll send you to space. You can be happy up there. Alright.
The filament popped. We'll need a new one.
There should be plenty of spare fuses around. Look for a replacement.
No spare fuse in here. No spare fuse in here. No spare fuse in here. Where are y'all keeping your spare fuses at? Is this how you run a dig site? Oh, what about over here? Okay. There we go. Shiny and new.
Power level stabilizing.
Good. Let's get the sensor back online so we can finish the scan.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this?
Shit is about to go down.
Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack, I need you. Find a Fury transport and get back here now.
Liv is in trouble. This is where all the character building they do with Olivia starts to really pay off, because
Select your destination.
Liv is in trouble, and you need to save her. I got you, Liv. Don't worry. I'm gonna go straight there. Oh my god, this thing takes so long. Come on, come on. The commander's in trouble, we gotta help. Where is she? I don't see her. Shit. Liv.
Jack! Over here! Thank God for you.
What did you do?
It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes, sitrep, please.
The automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
I gotta do something.
Clearing area.
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover.
We'll have to cut it
If you
off.
cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside.
You cannot actually cut off Liv's foot, even though it seems like this laser cutter should be able to do that.
There. If you cut
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Shit.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool.
Jack!
Rebooting.
Look! The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, are you seeing? Oh, God.
Cutting
Shit!
tool back online.
Incoming,
Liv.
Jack! Cut the That's it! You got it!
Shit. Shit, Liv.
Shit!
Liv.
Come on! Come on!
Liv? Liv, do you copy? Are you all right? Liv, where are you? Nothing.
So as you saw there, some kind of giant thing appeared, and then Liv was blown away by the debris. And now I'm back, heavily damaged, in my pod that I was in at the beginning of the game, on board the space station. And the space station is really not looking so hot. The whole facility is just on the fritz. It's really bad. And it makes for an amazing contrast from the opening scene, where in the opening scene those blinds pulled back and you had this magnificent view of Saturn and you were chilling with your best friend, and now everything's gone to hell.
Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Proximity
Hera.
alert. Good morning, Echo One. It is encouraging to see you have finally recovered.
Hera, what happened? Where is Liv?
Station has suffered extensive structural damage from the debris field. My program was forced into hibernation mode shortly after Captain Rhodes' departure.
Departure? Where'd she go?
Where did she go?
Captain Rhodes did not specify a destination. However, the captain did prepare an emergency beacon. You will find it nearby.
Emergency beacon. Got it. I'll have a look.
Is it this dinosaur? Dinosaur. Rawr. Rawr. Okay, it's not the dinosaur. It's over there.
Mayday, Mayday. Titan Command, if you're out there, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit by a debris storm caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic. Honestly, it's a miracle I'm alive. I'd never have made it if Jack hadn't cut me free. But he won't reboot. He's gone. I can't stay here. Main power's offline, we've lost atmosphere. Radiation levels are climbing fast. I've no choice but to take my chances aboard the unknown vessel. It's a long shot, but if there's any hope I might be able to survive on that ship, I have to try. Titan Command, if you're receiving... Hell, if anyone's receiving... Come find me.
Hera, are there any Fury transports still operational?
Affirmative.
Reroute the nearest transport to the station airlock. I'm going to find Liv.
Is it just me, or has the monkey swear counter increased since the beginning of the game when I last saw it? If it has, that's a very nice touch. Okay, I need to go find Liv. She decided to, because we don't have any life support here anymore, she decided to just go take her chances aboard this weird vessel that arrived in the middle of space, out of the anomaly.
Hera, open the activation bay doors.
Echo 1, I am obligated to inform you that leaving the station is a violation of Atlas protocol.
The captain's safety is my highest priority, is it not?
Affirmative.
The captain is in danger. It is my responsibility to help her. Now please, open the doors. Hera, can you locate Liv's transport?
Negative. Sensor network offline.
What if I were to repair one of the satellites?
Affirmative. A single sensor pulse from one of the satellites would likely be sufficient.
Then that is our first stop.
Okay.
Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure. Shields at 50%.
So Liv has gone on that gigantic ship right over there that just came out of nowhere. And I have to go find her before she
Shields at 95%.
dies or something.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Select your destination. Destination, sensor satellite A2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Look at the size of that thing. You can tell it's pretty close because you can see the
Start
parallax
support.
against
The
Saturn.
satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, what are these unusual growths covering the satellite?
Unknown. Recommend further investigation.
Agreed. Begin new log entry.
Acknowledged.
Commencing visual assessment. Substance possesses an uneven surface and visible diversity, suggesting it is likely organic in nature. Its sudden
Yee.
emergence in our ecosystem would seem to indicate the substance is somehow related to the arrival of the unknown vessel.
Recommend using your scanner to collect additional data.
Shit. Look at this dude. He is in trouble.
Curious. Labor units are designed to maintain limited functionality, even after suffering catastrophic damage. But this unit appears to have ceased all internal functions. It is beyond recovery. Strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance appears to have been provoked by my reactive cutter.
Acknowledged. Logging interaction. Recommend completing a threat assessment. Be advised, physical contact with the substance while it is active is not recommended. Advise only touching the substance in its dormant state.
A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton. It seems safe enough to touch, at least in its dormant state.
Interaction logged.
So this is where we first learn about this biomass, which is going to cause us a lot of problems later in the game. If you touch it when it's live, very bad things happen to your robot body. I'm sure you'll see eventually.
This debris is not part of the satellite. It must have come from the unknown vessel.
So you can see the design of this part of it is very different from the design of the
Shields
satellite.
at 50%.
You can see a little piece of it here.
Shields at 30%.
And that starts to give you some idea of what we're dealing with this giant ship. It's a nice little preview.
Recommend using your scanner to collect additional data.
My scanner, okay. I guess I'm not done here.
Shields at 95%. Scan data received. Stand by. Amino organic compound. Intact peptide bond. Minimal cellular activity. Preliminary analysis. Dormant biopolymer. Origin unknown.
Doesn't seem dangerous. At least, not in its dormant state.
Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well. Let's see if I can get this satellite operational.
Resin-coated graphite cloth.
Shields at 30%.
Cured at high temperatures and vacuum pyrolyzed. Reinforcing material unknown. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Where to next? Are we ready to go? Hera. I really wish she did respond to voice commands. I feel like voice commands would be a really nice touch in this game. Okay. Where do I need to go? You said the investigation was done, right? So, am I done here? Find Liv.
Shields at 95%.
Bring the sensor satellite back online. Is there any way to do that? Oh, here we go.
This panel is sealed on deployment. I'll need to cut it open to access the power flow controls.
I'm gonna make a heart this time. A heart for Liv. My commander. That's kind of a shitty heart, but whatever.
This switch designates the satellite's power source. It is currently set to draw power from the batteries.
Solar array failure. So it's not going to do me any good to adjust that when the solar array is not working. So what do I need to do here? High five, Rock. Oh, you're not a rock, you're a solar panel. What are you doing out here? Maintenance hatch.
I'll need a power cell.
I think I have a power cell on my Fury transport. You can ask Hera about these objectives as you do them, but I think it's pretty clear what you need to do. The orange objective markers pretty much just directly lead you to each thing, and then you just interact with it in the most obvious way. Again, that's kind of how linear this game is. There's not a lot of options for exploration. You can do things in a different order, but you can't really discover an unexpected way of doing things. Oh shit. Just carrying this battery here is waking up all the surrounding biomass. You see that shit? See if I can get a scan of it. Aggressive. Immense electrical and metabolic agitation. Contact strongly discouraged. Please alert quarantine services immediately.
Battery locked in. Hera, the power is waking up the biomass.
Advise caution.
Okay, let's lock it down.
That did it. The satellite is now fully operational. Hera, please begin a long-range sensor sweep looking for any Fury transports.
Acknowledged. Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to depart.
Okay, let's go find Liz.
Select your destination.
Look at the size of this ship. Like, this is the whole satellite we're on, this little thing, and this is the ship. That's ridiculous.
Destination, Fury Transport FR-103. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged.
And this is where you start, as it sails right past the vessel, you start to get an impression of just how enormous it is. You start to see all of its detailed features. You start to see the state of wreckage that it's in. It's a nice way of showing off.
Be advised. Reducing speed.
What is it?
Possible visual markings identified on hull.
Hold here. I'd like to get a closer look with the Fury's spotlight.
How do I activate the spotlight again? Oh, like that.
I can use the Fury's spotlight to get a clearer look at these markings. Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination.
So the first time I encountered this ship, I really believed it was some kind of bizarre alien ship that had come to invade us. And our little mining facility was the first place that they hit. But as you can see, they are in no shape for an invasion. So we have to figure out what's going on with them and why our computer doesn't recognize them. Someone in the chat has noted that the swear monkey has gone up from 92 to 136. We got quite a bit of swearing in there during the course of the game so far. Or mostly Liv did. It's a nice little touch. I like that they did that. I wonder how much of that she did while I was broken and asleep, so I couldn't hear her.
Obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path.
This is the only case where you use the spotlight to explore this wreckage. It's not my favorite mechanic in the game, but it is nice to have it, Because it feels like something that the ship would realistically
No.
have.
Which way looks clear? There. That passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination.
Alright, let's go. The wreckage of this ship is so enormous, it's like we're flying around in some kind of giant obstacle course. We have to figure out where Liv's transport is and all this. Come on. I've got my radiation damper enabled, and that's the only reason that the radiation on this...
Proximity alert. Brace for
Shit!
collision.
Okay, we're okay. A Fury can handle a small collision. No big deal. Anyway, there's plenty of radiation on this vessel, but we have our radiation damper to protect us. As you can see, there's plenty of that dangerous biomass all over the place. We got an introduction to it at the satellite. And now it's just everywhere on this vessel. Most likely, I'm thinking that's what took them down. Although it still doesn't explain what they're doing here and who they are. Why is my spotlight not working? Whatever. By the way, notice that the radiation damper creates this grid around the Fury transport. Interestingly, that grid also happens to offer a static frame of reference. It's very similar.
Give me an analysis of this vessel's design, layout, construction, anything that might help to determine its origin.
Affirmative. Stand by. The vessel's overall configuration is unfamiliar to Atlas databanks. However, certain elements of the intelligence...
Oh, we're losing Hera.
Hera. Hera, do you copy?
Sounds like I'm on my
The ship
own.
must be interfering with our comms.
Oh, shit. Liv.
Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area. The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it.
Where's the radiation damper? There it is. There it is. Okay, let's
This
go.
must have shut down to preserve power. That means Liv was here hours ago. Hopefully I can still catch up to her. That should protect me from the radiation. Liv
So-
must have used this to find a way inside.
So, like I was saying earlier, in addition to protecting you from the radiation, which is the narrative purpose of the radiation damper, it also has a VR purpose. It defends you against VR sickness by providing a static frame of reference, very similar to the cages that you'll see in games like Windlands. So it's a very clever way of fitting into the narrative and anti-VR sickness device. You notice we weren't using it earlier because there was no radiation, and we also didn't really need it then, because back then most of our visual field was occupied by the distant stars, which did not move as we moved around. So the vection was very limited, whereas when we're moving alongside this giant ship, the vection can entirely fill our field of vision, and so we need more defense against VR sickness. And so the ship has radiation, you need your radiation shield, it provides a defense. So it's a clever way of doing it, and I like it. Yeah. Makes me wonder how long it took them to design that, because it's really clever.
To anyone
An
receiving this
emergency
message,
beacon. I should scan it to see if Liv left a message.
I'm alive. At least for the time being. Kronos 2's ability to sustain life has been compromised in a... Well, I've been left with little choice but to seek refuge aboard this unknown vessel. If you're receiving this, Titan Command, please send help as soon as you can. irradiated and... Oh, shit. I can't stay here. Maybe I can get inside. Right, Captain Rhodes signing out.
Liv does not sound like she is in a very good state of mind right now. She is panicking. I would be too if I was all alone here with absolutely no assurance that I would be able to get safe inside this giant broken down station. But I have to help her. That's my mission. But I'm going to continue my mission actually next time, because now that I'm here at the giant ship... Actually, you know what? First, I'm going to use this door. Let's see if I can't use this door.
An airlock, but it appears to be offline. This airlock appears to be intact. It might be functional, but it doesn't seem to be powered.
So I'm going to just open this one door to get you an impression of what's on this ship, and the rest I'm going to save for part 3. So let me know any final questions you have, because we're wrapping up pretty soon now. Weakened hull. So if I just go in this hole here... Oh shit, those things are alive. You can see... There's my shadow. Drifting along. There's not much I can do in this part. I wanted to show you what it looks like when I touch one of these things by accident. I'm gonna give it a try now. It's really freaky though. Ah!
Contact with the biomass. I should avoid active material.
Jack, how can you be so nonchalant about that? You were just swallowed by some kind of monster. Androids, am I right? I don't know if he has emotions, but he certainly has a dry sense of humor. So you can see there's my hollowed out husk. I touched the biomass and now I'm forever fused to it. Fortunately, I could upload my consciousness into a new body, so it's not so bad. But I'm not going to be getting anywhere in that area. I need to go over here.
The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in.
I always love an excuse to use my cutting tool. This one doesn't give you as much opportunity for creativity. That's okay. Whoa.
This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here.
I'm just gonna grab this.
This looks like an auxiliary power supply, but the biomass has rendered it inoperable.
So I need to leave this one alone. This is one of the things that confused me on my first playthrough. You do not try and fix this one because it's been taken over by the biomass. There's another one you have to fix. Am I still on camera? Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going to take this away. The problem is when I'm carrying this around, it's going to wake up all the biomass I get near. So I have to be extra careful. What is this thing?
An ionized fluid reservoir, charged contact point. Most likely some kind of power cell.
Okay, let's see if I can get through here without dying. And without losing my power cells. I really want to carry both of them at once, because I don't want to make multiple trips. And... here we go.
Power cell installed.
There we
Now
go.
to replace the rest.
Life in zero gravity is hard. There we go.
Looks like the airlock is powering on. If it's functional, that's my way inside.
Okay, I could go back the way I came, but I really don't want to, because I might get destroyed. So I'm gonna go out here, cut another hole. Plus, I always love an excuse to use my cutter. There we go. Okay. So now I'm back out at my Fury. I'm full on my radiation shield. And as you can see, the door controls have just woken up. I really like these door controls, even though they're incredibly impractical and decorative. Like, there's no way that these people do this every time that they...
Controls. Intriguing.
There's no way these people do this every time they open a door. It's like way too much work. But it definitely helps to give this ship like a really alien feeling. Like nothing I've ever seen before on my own station. And I do like that a lot. I just dropped some frames there. I think I just loaded a new area. Let me go ahead and open this door, and then I will be done.
The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass?
So I'm inside the ship, and everything is really different from my mining station. It's huge, it's full of debris, there's nobody here. It's kind of creepy. And next time we're going to pick up right here inside this giant ship. We're going to figure out what happened, and we're going to save Liv, hopefully. So that's all for today. Thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. And it's good to see you all again. After I finish this, I'm going to need other titles to play. I can play pretty much anything. Just let me know anything you're particularly interested in. Doesn't matter if it's popular or if it's not popular. I actually sometimes enjoy playing some of the less notable games because nobody's played them on streaming yet. So it's an opportunity to get them some exposure. And a lot of them are pretty good, actually. Anyway, I'm all done for today. Let me know any questions you have in the comments in the archive of this post. I'll keep an eye on them. And I will continue this later. Right now, I'm sweating buckets because it has heated up quickly in here while I'm playing this. My GPU just puts out tons of heat. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. And everybody have a great every day.